everyone to another Underworlds deck unboxing. It's the Rivals deck, the Edge of the Knife. It's not the most recent one, I already did that one on my channel, but I've got this one for my birthday from the little boy, so let's have a look. Now the idea between Edge of the Knife, or behind better, is that it's all for either your horde war bands or how should I say, people, warrior that got 2 wounds. It's a Flix style warband deck, and I don't know too much about it yet. I have barely looked upon their cards yet, but I am planning on doing something with it. Maybe, I don't know yet, but yeah, if you have a deck you have to do something with it, and as always it's in a nice cardboard thing that you don't get open. So out come the trusted scissors. And let's do it the savage way, so that I don't cover out my cards. No, because they put it for exactly that reason in another cute, tiny, small box. And let's open that one up as well. That's only sealed. W. Yeah, you know, I'm always subtle. Let's just rip it open. It's for the old paper stack anyway. Well, not the deck, but the boxes. So yeah, sometimes the phone goes and you have to pick it up. But then let's go see what we have here. So we have all the usuals, the 10 objectives, 12 objectives, 10 ploys, 10 upgrades, and a plot card for Edge of the Knife. So there we go. That goes to the trash. What does the plot card say? This is the front card. Here's the plot card. That's the fluff. That's the deck list. There it is. So while using the Rivals deck, fighters with a health statistic of 2 or less and or 2 or more damage tokens are tempered. And tempered is the thing that you play around in this deck. So 2 or less, most horde warbands have a heap of 2 and 3 wound warriors, so you have to make sure that those 3 wounds figures actually get 2 damage, so they have to be vulnerable. That makes it a bit tricky. So well, from experience that I saw in other games, it's actually better suited towards elite warbands like Stormcast than it is to actual horde warbands, so they missed the ball a bit on this one so far as I can tell. But I have to play it myself first to make sure it's like that. So objective wise, we have aggressive defender, that's a reprint. All in, score this in an end phase if there are no tempered friendly fighters in friendly territory, and any tempered friendly fighter are in neutral and or enemy territory. So you have to charge out with your horde warband. Take for example Zarbak's Gits, not that simple. Behind enemy lines, so that's a temper friendly fighter has to hold a featured token in enemy territory, so it basically, as you can see already, forces your little critters to go all aggressive. Call before the storm, that's also a reprint, a pretty good one actually. Yeah, I like that one. Double team, a friendly fighter's successful attack was flanked by a friendly fighter. Immovable, score this after an action step if a friendly fighter was a target of an attack in that action step while they were tempered and the target was not slain. So you even have to, not too wild on those objectives. Power in numbers, that's you have an action step if 3 or more tempered fighters with no move tokens are adjacent, and if 2 or more with no movement if you are the underdog. So you can be quite fast the underdog because something dies pretty fast of the little critters. And then you also have to have 2 tempered fighters with no move tokens adjacent. So you will need push to get them there. Risky position, tempered friendly fighters in enemy territory in an end phase, so yeah, that's pretty simple. Sneak into position after an opponent's action step if 2 or more tempered friendly fighters are adjacent to the same enemy fighter, so that's a swamp card, also nice. This one, I saw it played so much. If your opponent knows you play this deck, they will just make sure that something survives, or they just don't attack one of your 3 damage fighters, so they don't get those 2 wound tokens and you don't score Trial of the Tempered. So pretty easy to play around. 2-pronged assault, It's again aggro in the other side of the board, and that's what I mean. A lot of aggro cards it's actually better towards orcs or stormcasts in my opinion than it is towards gits or little ghosts. Usurpers, same, was slain by a tempered friendly fighter. So again, you're not gonna kill something with a 2 wound git or something, or a ghoul, but you are going to kill something with a stormcast. Let's say, for example, an iron soul with a history damage hitting on hammers. So yeah, it's actually, if you see the objectives, better towards elite warbands, and actually toward the horde bands it was supposed to be serving. Then we got Ploys, Death Row, pick a tempered fighter that target has -2 attack dice, fake out, a lot of takes for not the great stuff. Final stand, tempered fighters cannot be pushed. Well, usually they just die. Again, this is a perfect example. Friendly fighters cannot be pushed, but a git, like shown here, he usually dies with any attack. Most basic attacks do 2 damage, so he's just dead. And like a stormcast or something, well, he just is not even on half wound, so that's what I mean. It's better, really better towards elite warbands than 3-man elite warbands, and this towards kids. So they totally missed the ball on this deck, for my opinion. What it was intended. I'm not saying it's a bad deck, but it's not serving what it was actually made to do. Power from Death, same thing. Running Riot, tempered friendly fighters attack. You can make someone else tempered. Sidestep is a reprint. Spiteful Traps, nothing too flashy. Synchronized Efforts, pick 2 friendly fighters within 4 hexes, and you can switch them around. So it's a bit like Confusion, but with a larger area of effect. The Uprising, all friendly fighters are tempered in the next action step. Yeah, well, too bad you need them tempered in the end phase. Dark Horse, just make one, it's an upgrade, make one tempered. Well, that's perhaps your only savior. They don't attack you for the Trial of the Tempered. Deadly Aim, reprint. Fueled by Pain, reprint. Great Fortitude, reprint. Impervious, while he's tempered, save rolls cannot be affected by Cleaver and Snare. Pretty handy. Again, for elite bands. Lash Out. So you hear me say all the same, and as you can see with the cards, it's all way better for elite warbands than it is for the little hordes, in my opinion. But yeah, who am I? Just a little guy who asks you all to subscribe, share this video, and yeah, well, you know the drill. But it was just a moment for a pick. Pesky Nuisance. They must target this fighter, and Sharpened Point. Again, a reprint, and the fighter weapon must have Cleave. So that is the edge of the knife deck. As I said, I think it's a okay deck. I'm not gonna say it's an uber deck. It has a plot card, so it's all mostly gonna lose out to Countdown to Cataclysm, hands down. But even if you want to play it, it has good cards. Unfortunately, not for what they were in spirit intended to serve as warbands. So that's it for this little deck review, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.